Dear international student, if your dream is to migrate abroad with your family, your husband or your kids, then this video is for you. I want to talk about some of these countries that can help you immigrate abroad. That is to say, if one of you have an admissions letter from any of these countries, then you should be applying for a visa to migrate together. The very first country I will talk about is the United. If you are new to our channel, please do not forget to subscribe and support the movement. Thank you so much for understanding. Now, let's go into the detail of the video. For those of you who have been asking me, Milton, I want to migrate abroad, but I need to take my family along. This is the video for you. The first country I want to talk about is the UK. As an international student who has an admissions to study a bachelor's, a master's, or PhD program in the United Kingdom, you can take along your husband, you can take along your wife, you can take along your children. Now, there is something you need to pay attention to. You are going to be applying for the visa, then the others will be applying as dependents. But remember that the proof of funds is what is going to determine if you are going to move with your family, because the proof of funds, instead of you showing money for your head alone, you have to show it now for the entire family. But there is a way you can do that, and I have videos about all these details. So please verify those videos and watch them so that you understand how to go about this. Another country where you can apply and move with your family is called Canada. Canada is a country with a lot of opportunities lately, and if you have been wondering if you could move to Canada with your spouse, then this is possible. But I want to tell you that if you are actually chasing a scholarship in Canada, then it may be somehow difficult because scholarships are highly competitive. But I didn't say it is impossible. But put in by the back of your mind that it is very competitive and you may not go through the scholarship route. Rather, I would say that if you have the necessary finance or funds, then you could apply to Canada, and when you get the admissions, your dependents will attach to you and you apply for the visa. Remember, you could apply for the family visa, but however, you are going to be applying as a student and they will apply as dependents on you. Another country you could apply and move with your family is the United States of America. And for you to move to the US with your family, I think you need to have an admissions letter to study a PhD programs, and those who have won fully funded scholarships in the US, especially PhD students, they can easily move with their families. But I want to tell you that it is going to be somehow competitive. The embassy may look at it very well before giving you the visa or giving you and the family your visa, but I would say that do not try to move to the US with your family on a fully funded scholarship on the first going. You could move along, then you bring them in as invitees. You understand what I mean? But remember, for you to migrate with your families abroad, you need your certificate, or let's say you need your marriage certificate. Your marriage certificate is the document to prove that you have a family, and of course, if you have children, then their birth certificate will equally be very good. But remember that all this in all, you need to show proof that they are your family, and of course, have the required amount of money. Another country you can migrate to with your family is called Portugal. Portugal recently, it's not recently, though it was in effect, but a lot of people were not aware that they could migrate to Portugal with their spouse in case they have an admissions letter in any university, maybe a University of Evora, the University of Algarve, the University of Lisbon. It is possible to apply for a visa and move alongside with your spouse to Portugal. Another country you could take is Norway. And Norway, remember that Norway used to be a country where you are going to show proof of funds, and their proof of funds used to be in the form of a block account, which means that before if you had an admission to study a master's or PhD, it was possible for you to migrate with your spouse. But now Norway has introduced tuition fee payment, which is going to commence on October. And for you to migrate now with your spouse to Norway, it is going to be very heavy, looking at the terms of the universities and their tuition fee put in place. So I would encourage you to look into your budget. Budget planning is very important, like I said, before you try to move abroad with your spouse. It may be easy for them to come later, but again, it depends on the family and what you discuss at your home. Another country you could look into is Austria. Another country is Finland. But remember, for Austria, it is different. For Finland, it is different. And nowadays, Austria has increased the money for proof of funds. So there is a video I recently did on my channel, and you can check these details on the OED. Is it OMD? I will put the website in the video description box and the video so that you check all of this to know what you are doing. Finland, equally, there is a particular amount of money, or let me say there is a particular figure you have to show to the Finnish embassy in Nigeria. If you are from Nigeria or Ghana or whatsoever, it depends on where you are applying from. There is a particular amount you need to show the embassy before they can give you a visa for you to migrate with your spouse. I have a video I did about proof of funds to study in Finland. I said you need money to migrate, which is 6,720 euros. If you have one child, you need to make the child bank account to be 500 times 12. You add it to your own. You make your wife own to be 6,720 as well. If you have two children, the second child should be 400 times 12. You add it to your bank accounts, and the video is on my YouTube channel. Please make sure you verify that video. Watch it and you understand it so that you don't have issues at the level of the embassy. And I equally talk about you legalizing your marriage certificate. I think last week somebody contacted me and was talking about the hardship they are going through to legalize their documents. I don't know where they were applying from, but I think I saw a message like that. Please, it is always good to start immigration process early. Always start early. And for now, for Finland, you cannot apply again. All right. For Portugal, application is open. For Norway, you cannot apply again. All right. I hope you understand. Then for Finland, application already closed. That is to say, those who were for the interview, they already did the group interview and application is closed. You cannot apply again for Portugal. Their admissions closed. The few schools that were left had closed their doors by January. So now it's impossible. But you can apply now for Canada. You can still apply for United States. All right, and move with your family. But I don't know if you are going to get the fully funded scholarship, because schools in the US will always want to give scholarship as early to students who apply between October and December. Okay, so these are some of the things you should pay attention to. The only country that is left now that you can apply to is Austria, Portugal, Canada, and UK. All right, because even Sweden is another country that you can migrate with family. But right now, those that are going to be studying for autumn intake, they are waiting for results that will be released on the 30th of March. Then if you want to apply for spring intake, that is January next year, 2024, you have to apply around June 1st, because that is when the admissions is going to open. So put this into consideration before you think of moving abroad with your family. There are a lot of other countries, but these are the few. Till we meet again in another video, guys. I didn't want this to be very long. I just wanted to elaborate on these things so that you know what you're going to do, and of course, maybe do it perfectly. All right. There are a lot of things you need to know. When you apply again admissions, you now look for visa documents. But remember, visa documents may change depending on the country you are applying to. But again, you need a lot of money. Pay attention to proof of funds. It is very important to have enough money before you think of migrating with your spouse, because if you don't have enough money, the consular or embassy may make things difficult for you, in the sense that they may doubt if you take your family along, you will be able to cope with them, because family is a whole lot of responsibility. So you need to think about this and think very well before you start moving. Till we meet again in another one. Peace. To this scholarship, there are requirements you need in order to apply for this scholarship. Then there is eligibility courses that you need to select from to apply for this scholarship, and of course, eligible countries. Now, I will go chronologically from benefits of the scholarship till I reach the level of eligible countries to apply for this scholarship. Remember, I said at the beginning that this scholarship is a fully funded scholarship. And if you win this scholarship every month while in Germany, you are going to be receiving 900 euros as a master's degree student, and you are going to be receiving 1,200 euros as a PhD student. Another opportunity for this scholarship, or another benefit of this scholarship, is that if you win this scholarship anywhere around the world, the scholarship board or the scholarship is going to fund your travel to Germany and 4 to your home country. That is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The scholarship is going to fund you till you reach Germany. They are going to take care of your flight. And equally, if you want to leave Germany back to your home country, which I don't think is something a lot of us would do, the scholarship is going to pay your flight again. Now, another benefit of the scholarship is that your visa application will be taken care of. The scholarship is going to pay for your visa application while in your home country before even paying for your flight. So basically, they are going to provide everything for you before you can move to Germany and study for this scholarship. However, if you manage to pay all these things yourself, you would be reimbursed, all right, or they will refund you